Hey, welcome to Sam Outside. I'm Sam and I'm outside on my morning walk in nature, enjoying the sights, the sounds, the smells, the feeling of the morning air, the slight breeze that's in this overcast, damp morning. Yeah. Walk the same path quite regularly. It's part of my morning routine. And I don't mind the routine. Yeah. I don't mind the walking the same path. All right. Nature is something different every day. Right? I can walk the same path, and just the act of moving through nature, being mindful of what draws my attention, sights, the sounds, the smells, the feelings, the air, the wind, it's going to be different every single time. Many of us have aspects of our life where we feel like doing that same thing over and over is without options. Might even feel like it's without much purpose, right? What's the point? But that mindset of doing what is familiar, what is required, what is needed, what is safe, right? There's something to that. But nature is constant change, and that's what draws my attention. That's what draws inspiration. That's what helps with creativity. That's what helps remind us that we are part of it, right? So despite the feeling of safety and consistency and routine, I'm sure that when we really look deeply into it, there are so many aspects of every day. Despite the consistency, the familiarity, monotony of our everyday lives, right? It's those small moments of change, positive or negative, that provide the greatest impact, possibly create stress, possibly create a change in emotional state, emotional being, add to our memory, add to our being. So sometimes we've got to do that, right? So we grow through perseverance, we grow through change, we grow through effort, and yeah, it's not comfortable. Yeah, right. We seek comfort, right, every day, find new ways to improve our shelter, to improve our financial security, to improve our energy stores, physical, mental, emotional. So we're looking for that, but the truth is that we need change, we need challenge, right? We need opportunities for growth, right? You can't build muscle until you tear it down and stress it and then allow it time to repair. That's growth. And that happens during rest. It actually happens during sleep. So if we can improve the quality of our sleep, right, that might require change. That might create effort, might create a little bit of stress, discomfort, right? There's so many options, so many opportunities to create small changes in your sleep behavior to improve your physical, mental, and emotional state, which will greatly impact other aspects of your life. Right? So just start with sleep. It's so fundamental, right? Having your indoor space a little more cool than your day, right? The colder it is, or the greater range, there's a threshold for comfort, but that slight coolness will help you enter that sleep, right? Avoiding sound, avoiding light, preparing your brain for that sleep, right? Your body just naturally does that. So avoiding that blue light, that means avoiding this thing, right? There's all these little things you can do to greatly improve the quality of your sleep. And that's just one aspect of creating a healthier version of you. Help you grow, help you repair. And not just your physical being, but it's more than just your muscles, it's your internal organs, it's your brain, right? Which also leads to your emotional state, your preparedness for the next day. So you're making a small investment in the moment or that night for a better version of you tomorrow, right? And that same comes down to what you're eating, right? Not just what you're eating, but when you eat it, how you eat it, right? Also that aspect of hydration. It's not just what you're hydrating yourself with, when you're hydrating, how much you're hydrating. Right? So all these small conscious efforts, intentional acts of change. They might be unfamiliar, might be inconsistent, might be a bit of a challenge, but with intention, they will benefit you in the long run. So the things you're doing today will greatly affect your successes tomorrow, right? And then exercise. Yeah, I'm just out for a walk. I walk every day for Mr. Indiana Bones. Do it for myself. But choosing the terrain, choosing the time of day, choosing the intensity, duration, all those things are small factors that improve the rest of my day, my overall well-being, and once it becomes habit, right, the small changes. It's not easy. So many parts of me just want to stay in bed, spend time with my wife, spend time with the house, better preparing it for, feeling clean, feeling organized. Might help my emotional state, but yeah, maybe I do it later, maybe not. But making a small sacrifice to get out this time of day within an hour of waking. And yeah, I'm wearing another extra 40 pounds because I can. Yeah, so many reasons not to. But, the regret of not getting the sleep, not eating what I could, not hydrating, having water be the first thing that enters my body in the morning, not going out in nature. That regret of not doing those things, physically, mentally, and emotionally, maybe even financially, they're going to affect me throughout my day, throughout the days to come, right? So change is not easy. It takes effort, it takes purpose, it takes intention, it takes a small shift in your mindset. So you're not alone. Nope. We all have those moments. And for some of us, yeah, those moments are just, they're so present, constant. They weigh on us, right? Like, I feel the weight, yeah. But the regret of not making the changes, the regret of staying the same is more than the sacrifice, is more than the change, is more than the effort, physical, mental, emotional, maybe even financial, of intentional progress, right? Small things, right? Make a small change in your diet. What, when, how? Make a small change in your hydration, in your sleep. And that alone, without adding exercise, without adding nature, you'll feel the benefits within days, within weeks. And then start walking. Start exercising. Don't have to invest. Don't have to sign up. Don't have to commit. Just find a way to be mindful and use your own body weight. Just stretch. It's a great start. But you can do it in nature. 20% gains. If you can do it with others, yeah, you're releasing some happy chemicals. All right, reducing cortisol, making that switch. So it's one thing to not keep doing something, right? That's its own challenge, right? But it's a different mindset to start doing something new. And when you start getting into the habit of doing both at the same time, you feel overwhelming. You're gonna have lapses, right? Just know that you're not alone. Every single human being on the planet has had to grow, has had to learn, has had to change, has had to feel discomfort, has had to feel alone, right? Change is coming. Change is inevitable. But when it comes to you, you're in charge. And I know there are circumstances, situations, aspects of your life might feel uncontrollable. And the regret and the weight of that is just overwhelming. But at the end of the day, some changes are far more difficult to manage. It requires great effort, but it's worth it, right? The risk and the challenge and the effort for creating positive change will not outweigh the power and weight of regret, right? So talk about it. Talk about it with yourself first, right? Because that's where it really starts and that's where it really matters. But you can get help, right? There are so many professionals, so many people in your life that, yeah, they have felt, they do feel some aspects of the way you do. And if they've made the change, ask for advice, ask for help, ask for mentorship, right? We are living at a very unique time in human history. We've got so much access to information. It's out there. We've got people whose job it is to answer phones and answer emails. We've got access to funds. We've got access to resources. And they're bored because no one's calling them for help. No one's sending an email for help. No one's requesting the funds and resources that they have access to. Yeah. 43% of my tax dollars go to supporting other Canadians, and yeah. I hope it's going to someplace to people who need it. That's what I have to believe anyway. So, yeah, I'm doing my part. I'm trying to share, trying to inspire. It's not only the what, but I'm trying to explain the why. I'm trying to impart the how. Because I've been there. Parts of me are still there. And yeah, the change and the progress and the growth, the learning, the sharing, change, it's not easy. So many reasons to not do it. But the regret of looking back on my past self, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, that regret, I can't do it. It's too much. It's overwhelming. So, the concept of change and thinking about who I want to be, who I need to be, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, for those who I am responsible for, it starts right here. I'm ultimately responsible for myself. And once I can start to focus on that, the other pieces just start to fall in place, right? So, just know that you're not alone. Just know that it's not easy. We all get it. But start the dialogue with yourself. Start the list. Start to envision your future self. Come up with a plan. How do I get there? Are there things I need to avoid? And are there things that I need to start in the change? So, it's not easy. You're not alone. You're the only one that can do the work. You are loved and you are needed. So, start making some changes. And hey, if going outside can be a part of it, you'll be happier and healthier for it. So please, go outside. I really do appreciate you and your time, your support, your energy. All right, thanks for watching. Talk to you again soon. Bye.